Hip-hop music was first seen on the streets of New York, in an area known as the Bronx in the early 70s. It involved playing records on turntables, taking certain parts of a song, like the drum pattern, and mixing it with another part of a different song, making a new song altogether. People called MCs would then begin to rhyme in a rhythmic flow over the song, which we now know as rapping. After years of hip-hop music being an underground genre on the east coast of America, the first hip-hop commercial hit was made in 1979, when the Sugar Hill Gang released Rapper's Delight. The song reached number 4 in the US R&B chart and number 3 in the UK Top 40. This led hip-hop into the 80s, where a number of hip-hop acts such as Run DMC, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Heavy D and NWA went on to achieve commercial success. After experiencing huge success in the 80s, hip-hop grew even bigger in the 90s, which is arguably hip-hop's golden era. Musicians such as Biggie Smalls, DMX and Tupac were trailblazers in the genre and heavily sculpted the way in which the music sounds to this day. Today, hip-hop is one of the most popular genres of music there is, with multi-platinum recording artists like Drake, J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar dominating the charts with album sales, as well as selling out arenas on worldwide tours. Because of the popularity and rapid growth of hip-hop, it's hard to go anywhere in the world without coming across a different country's take on the infamous genre. Throughout this programme, I will explore the sounds of Irish hip-hop, giving an insight into the scene, as well as trying to discover the problems facing. So I met up with Irish rapper and Loud Motive band member Marvel to talk about how he first got involved with hip-hop, his opinion of Irish hip-hop and the biggest problems that he thinks face the scene. So how did you initially get into hip-hop?
Basically, man, I started a really long time ago. I was writing music since I was like 16. I think I recorded my very first song when I was actually 17. I recorded the very first song. Really bad song, badly mixed, badly mastered, everything. But it just, I was really influenced by, I know everyone listens to the Nas and all them, same like me as well, of course, but I think 50 Cent is what really pushed me to be like, holy, like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I love, like, hip-hop is exactly what I like. So the whole G-Unit era, because I know there's a time when 50 Cent was king, you know what I mean? Like, he had a G-Unit shoes, he had the G-Unit games, like, he had everything, you know what I mean? Like, so back then, I wanted to be 50 Cent, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I just started writing music, and then eventually I was like, you know, I could take it seriously, you know. So that's I guess that's what really got me interested in. I guess it was the whole 50 Cent era, the whole influence with, like, you know, I've always been interested in Tupac and all them, but I think it was just 50 Cent really pulled me, like, you know what I mean? That's what really got me into it.
In terms of writing, what would inspire you then? You know, like, I don't know, a lot of rappers would say where they're from or just stuff they're going through. What would be one of your main inspirations in terms of writing?
In terms of writing, I deem myself as a lyrical rapper. So like what I listen to nowadays is a lot of J. Cole, a lot of Kendrick Lamar, and a lot of Drake. So in that sense, like, I always want people to like feel like they can relate to the message I'm trying to prove or or put out. So really it could be anything. Where I'm from, like you said yourself, where I'm from, whatever I've gone through. I reference a lot of people, a lot of girls, a lot of guys. So really it's basically whatever I'm going through, whatever's going on in my life, that's really what I put in my songs.
But with the English scene or even the Canadian scene, as you're already saying, it kind of took for like a Skepta or a Drake to push the scene through. Do you think that's what will need to happen in the Irish scene, or could it be different, or what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think it's definitely what could happen here. I think people just need opportunities, such as myself. I think it's taken me like 5 years to like, I've been looking for certain opportunities that I thought I would never get. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of talent here that people just need to listen out for and give a chance. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I think that's what it takes. I think it's just one opportunity given to myself or whoever else is trying to this kind of gig. Like, just one opportunity, that's all it takes, and then I think the world's gonna know, like, this is Irish hip-hop. If it's not evident now, it's definitely growing.
With Kanye West's album dropping, I'd say more people went to his premiere in a cinema in Ireland than some hip-hop gigs. I mean, I suppose what would you take me on that? And I mean, not that it's a problem, but you know what I mean? What do you think?
I think it's there's a lot of factors why people wouldn't really listen to or pay attention to like Irish hip hop, because when they hear Irish hip hop, one thing people find annoying sometimes is the accent sometimes, or they don't deem whatever they're saying as interesting, you know, because I've listened to a lot of previous Irish artists, like the oldies, like the Redsers and all, like these are OGs and like the Irish hip hop scene, but everything I've seen from them is like really dark and grey. Like you'd see a video where it's like grey hoodies, grey tracksuit bottoms, and like it's not like that, man. Like I live in Foxford, Lucan, like if you step out, there's kids everywhere, like, you know. So that's the kind of like image I will be trying to like show. So I think a lot of people haven't seen these kind of images of the kind of like the way that Dublin has changed. I mean, like Dublin's not the same as it was 10 years ago. Like there's a lot of mix in like races and cultures and stuff like that. So I think like once people do see these kind of things, it might change their perspective. But until then, until like some people have not seen all these kind of like images, like a lot of people still deem Irish hip hop as like stories with the Royce and the Royce and the, you know what I mean? Like it, which is fair enough. It's cool. It is whatever it is that they're doing. But some people might not find that interesting, and some people might that not appealing. Like, you know what I mean?
So recently you've got in with a band, and you started with DJ, now you have a band and a DJ, and I suppose just talk through the process of how that happened and where you're going with that and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, basically, like I said, I've been doing this for quite some time. Like I used to get pulled out of classes just to do YSI events and stuff like that. I've been doing it for time. So I've been trying to get shows, but it was so difficult because I had no management, and I just did like I played the O2. I opened for Lil Wayne, Mac Miller, and I was surprised. Like I still had no offers for shows. I still had no one looking at me and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna get myself out there. So I felt like the Irish scene really loved like bands. You know, they loved all that kind of live music. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something with a live band as well. Paddy Tung, a close friend of mine since I was like 6 years old, and he's a great drummer. And then he introduced me to a few guys that play instruments. Dabson, I have Dabson on keys, amazing keyboard player. I have Kev Fitzgerald on electric guitar, and I have Daniel Duhon on bass. So he just introduced me to these guys. So these guys were just playing as like my backline, do you know what I mean? So my backline, and it's still kind of difficult getting shows, but it's just the music was so amazing. Like people then started listening and popping into rehearsal studios in and out, and they're like, man, these people have skills. Like, so that's what we are today. Now it's more of a group effort. It's more of a band thing, because I feel like everyone is just putting in a different kind of aspect or different kind of element to hip hop. Because I'm really new school. You know, like I listen to Drake, J. Cole, all of them, and Paddy's real African kind of, or a whole mixture of jazz and stuff like that. Just like Dobson and Kevin's an OG, like he loves old school and he knows his stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So all of that kind of prompted me to be like, you know what, we can push this up to be something that it isn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's basically how we got together. Like, we just came together and decided to just give it a shot, and here we are today. Like.
What do you think is the biggest problem facing the scene as a whole, not just say you or just the whole scene? What do you think is the biggest problem, and how could it be changed or fixed or whatever?
I honestly think it's opportunity and sometimes maybe a slight lack of talent. I think it's just growing. I think the Irish hip hop scene is only growing. There's only a select few that I would say is like, you know, I don't know how to really put it, but there's only a select few that deserve the opportunity and are not getting it. So in that sense, it is definitely growing. It's not to a level of the UK or USA at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, but we're coming. Like that's basically what it is. And I just feel like people just need opportunities. And then once you get an opportunity, you just never know what kind of talent you're gonna see on that stage. So I think once you know, an artist such as myself gets an opportunity, I think the hip hop scene will definitely start to build, and people will start to be like more courageous and be able to put themselves out there. Because if you ain't seeing no one that's rapping and putting themselves out there, even if you're that good, I don't think you would want to. You know, it depends on the person, but I think it's just based on really opportunity and just giving people a chance and listening.
And so where do you see the scene heading in the next 5-10 years? I mean, could it be like, I know grime isn't hip hop, but could it be on the scale of say grime or even French hip hop? Like, French hip hop is huge. Do you think maybe in the next how do you think it's going to go in the next 5-10 years?
First of all, you know your stuff, man. I'll tell you that. But for real, I honestly think it's just based on what happens today and now. Like, if the growth keeps going, who's to say that we can't be like the UK or America? Right? It's just based on the support we get here from the Irish people, from our own people here, and then hopefully we can build that to like what it is in the UK and what it is in America. You just never know music. You just never know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just about just hard work, opportunity, and just trying to like build something that isn't here yet.
Do you think there's anything in particular that makes it uniquely different in Ireland? I don't know. People are different everywhere, so Irish people tend to be kind of funny, or they're just good at talking. Do you think is that uniquely different in Irish hip hop from that, or maybe there isn't, and that's the problem?
I think it's a bit of both. I think like there's different aspects that people bring to the Irish hip hop. A lot of people are influenced by like American music, so some people will seem that, oh, whatever you're saying, it isn't really real. Like, what you're saying, that doesn't really happen here. Or sometimes people have problems with accents, like, oh, you're putting on an accent. Or someone like me, like, this is my normal accent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is me. Like, so for me, it's just a bit of both that really have that kind of effect. Like.
And, so what's the plan for you and the lad in the band over the next, I don't know, 6 months, a year? So what's for you? Like, what's going on?
I'm honestly trying to like reach heights that I feel like an artist here hasn't reached. You know what I mean? Like, I'm aiming big. I'm aiming for like BET Awards. I'm serious. I'm aiming for MTV Awards. I'm aiming for the big things that I like. Why not? I don't know why you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I think Irish hip hop, or artists, not just hip hop, just different kind of music artists here, whether it's jazz, whether it's whatever, need to be heard. So my goal is just to get as far as I can, do as many shows as I can, get a record deal most definitely, or if not, go independently and try push my message across and let people know like this kind of music actually exists in Dublin. Like, you don't need to go like in the UK, you can just turn around, step outside, and like this music actually exists here in Dublin. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
And what can we plan on hearing from you and the lads and seeing you over, well, soon, as soon as possible, whatever, like, you know.
Yeah. Currently we've been working on an EP, and we're actually going to release it on the 20th of February 2016. It's called We Just Got Here. So yeah, we got loads of music. We just buckled down and just recorded tons of songs. It's going to be at the Bello Bar in Portobello. Doors open at 9 p.m. So it's just another chance for people just to have a listen to great music again, just so I know, because a lot of people are not familiar. It is a new project, it is something new, but with this, hopefully in a few years we'll be releasing more projects, getting attention of more people, getting more opportunities, more shows, more festivals, the whole lot. Like, and definitely people know like these boys are from Dublin. Like, you know what I mean? That's basically it.
After speaking with so many people involved with Irish hip hop and seeing some of the struggles it faces, they came to the conclusion that until it becomes uniquely Irish and different to other countries' versions of the genre, it will always struggle to grow and will forever remain hip hop's best successful second cousin. Although it's still relatively unknown to the general public, there are some signs of the Irish hip hop scene improving, with acts such as Reggie Snow performing alongside some of hip hop's biggest names at this summer's Longitude Festival.